shared that. And God used that compassion and love for great things. This is a story about Ruth and Orpah, who had a tough choice. And the woman they loved, their mother-in-law, Naomi, they all loved their families and they loved one another. When our compassion, like their compassion, is strong, we are alive to the feelings of others around us, open to feeling what they feel, and know how we can be with and support them in those feelings. So let's take a look at the story of Ruth. But it starts first in the land of Israel. There once was a man named Elimelech who worried about how his family would survive because there was a great famine year after year in the promised land. And so he took his wife Naomi and his 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, to another country called Moab. And they settled there and made a life among those people. And soon their sons married 2 women from Moab named Orpah and Ruth. Then the story turns a little sad because Naomi's husband, Elimelech, passes away. We don't know how or why, a disease or an accident, but he dies. And then, sadly, even more sadly, her 2 sons died too. And without a husband or grown sons, Naomi had no one necessarily to care for her. Naomi missed her family and wanted to go back home, hoping they would take her in. So she began the long journey back to Jerusalem. As was the custom for daughters, Orpah and Ruth followed her. They were now tied to Naomi's family, not to their own. But Naomi insisted that they stay home in Moab, that they go back to their families. May the Lord deal kindly, she said, with you, and may the Lord help your families take you back, as you have dealt with your husbands and with me so kind and compassionately. Peace be with you. And then Naomi hugged them goodbye as they all cried together. Orpah and Ruth were determined to follow her, and Naomi tried to persuade them. Listen, I do not want to ruin your chance at marriage and having your own family. If you stay with me, you will have nothing, because I cannot give you anything. I have lost everything, and my heart is so bitter. In fact, once she got home and the people greeted her, calling her by name Naomi, she said, no, don't call me Naomi. Call me Mara, because the word Mara means bitter, because she felt God had dealt harshly with her. Well, Naomi and Orpah and Ruth all cried together once again, and Orpah decided to go back, but Ruth clung to Naomi even more. So Naomi said to Ruth, don't stay with me, go back with your sister. But Ruth opened up to her and said, don't make me leave you. Where you go, I will go. Where you make your home, I will make my home. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. I will be your family. And then Naomi saw that she couldn't change Ruth's mind. Her heart softened. She accepted Ruth, and they traveled back to Jerusalem together. Ruth lovingly took care of Naomi, her mother-in-law, and she became like a daughter to her. God saw Ruth's compassion and love for Naomi, and he blessed her. He blessed her with a new husband. He blessed her with children. He blessed her with grandchildren. And he blessed her with a great-grandchild, a son named David, who became the greatest king of Israel, because Ruth had compassion and love for those around her. God can work wonders when we share